Yeah, dogs are good. What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 53 of the Good Kraken podcast. I am one of your hosts, Ernell Pearson, alongside the 5-star man, Devin Stanford.
Hello, here's
Hello.
Amos.
We got the baby. We got the baby, a little
The
fur
baby.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
the
Oh,
baby.
look at his head. Look at his head. So for all of our listeners and viewers at home, we have officially decided that we are all going to die for this dog.
We're falling on swords.
Yes, absolutely. We have decided. Like, it's the only way to give honor to this small, wonderful animal that we all like to call pups. You know what I mean? Pups. The pups deserve death from all of us.
I've met this dog for more than just 5 minutes, and I am willing to do anything.
And that voice right there for all of you is the wonderful Joseph Moran from the PlayStation Trophy Room. What's up, dude?
Doing all right, man. Hanging in there. It's been a week. It's been a long week, but I'm happy to just, unwind, relax, talk some games with y'all.
I know. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good
Look
time.
at this beautiful baby boy.
Yeah, I know. Look at the little fur babies. Look at the fur babies.
It's like that TikTok, like, here comes the boy, the
beautiful
boy.
I love it and hate that so much in every way imaginable. Raven is in the chat. Hi, Raven. We love you. Dude, what is new? What's up with the trophy room? How you been? What's life been like? What have you been up to?
It's been pretty crazy, especially this month.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's been a wild ride. So if y'all don't know, I am the host of the Trophy Room, Joseph, aka Mr. Badbit, where each and every Thursday, me and my best friend Kyle talk about the latest and greatest in all things PlayStation. Each and every Thursday on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, YouTube, all the stuff. Yes. And yeah, no, it's been a couple of really crazy weeks on the show, and just a wild 2021. So
of course,
I'm just happy to be here, happy to talk games, happy to maybe even talk about a little Halo, because I don't get to that often.
Yeah, it's gonna be good, dude. You got some exciting stuff to talk to us about with that, because that new weekend hit. Oh, Halo's looking buttery smooth. Oh my god. Unlike some other things, like the real, true SNES, which is the strange Nintendo Entertainment shit, strange Marvel Entertainment shit, and super awesome representation shit, and much, much more, because this is the Good Kraken Podcast, a show for your nerdy video game and pop media news, reviews, and discussions that you want to hear live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and Saturday at 12 p.m. If you're watching live, you can submit questions and topics to tinyurl.com/GK submissions to be a part of the show. If you're having a good time so far, you can watch us record the show live and ad-free by following and subscribing right here at twitch.tv/GoodKrakenShow. If you have Amazon Prime, you also have Twitch Prime. We'd love for you to give that to us to help keep us pushing content out for all of you listening and or watching at home. But if you've emptied your pockets for the latest and greatest in entertainment, that is totally fine. You can catch our episodes under podcast service of choice at 8 a.m. the next day. But you can also support us by going to our YouTube channel by clicking the link right down there in the little about section of our Twitch page and clicking that beautiful bell and big red button, or by subscribing to our podcast channel by searching Good Kraken with an exclamation mark and leaving a review there. Devin! Hi, hello. We have some plan of work, my friend. Please go watch episode 52 of the Good Kraken podcast. We had a really, really dope, in-depth conversation on how everyone needs to be a better fan of the things that they love, because fandom fucking sucks these days. And we talk all about it. There's some toxic fandom out there, and we're not fucking here for it. So please go check that out. It was a really good discussion. We had Devin, we had Garrick, and Raven was there hanging out for a little bit too. It's a good time. Please give us a follow on Twitter and Instagram. We would love you for it. We're trying to build up some name out there, get our name and our voices into your pretty little ears. Beautiful ears. You guys keep them clean. That's what we appreciate that from you guys.
Clean your ears, wash your hands, wash your butt.
Yes, yeah. As one Khalif Adams would say. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And the McRib sucks.
Get fucked. Joe, okay, no, we're gonna go there, Joe.
Yep.
Joe, we have been having this debate for about a month and a half now. Okay. Do you or do you not like the McRib?
Hmm.
Yeah, see,
I'm not saying pick sides, but you have to pick a side.
Right. I'm gonna lean on yes. I'm gonna lean on yes.
Fuck yes, let's go. Let's go. Okay.
I'm not married to it. It's been like 5 years since I've had a McRib.
Sure.
And I think the last time I had a McRib, I'm like, something's about to go down. So
yeah, it's called going to the bathroom.
No, fuck
yeah.
Fuck off.
No, I mean you're having McDonald's. That's what's happening.
You're just destined for that. Yeah.
I mean, listen. This week everybody was like the McMuffin and the McGriddle.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
And I had them both today. I was like, oh god, the internet is
fuck it, right? Yeah.
Let's go.
That's the power of Greg Miller. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, Greg. He's a nice guy. I had him on the show. He's a very professional young man.
Yes.
But a complete fool when it comes to just anything food wise. Because here's the thing. He goes, oh, you had the McMuffin with the egg and whatever. But then he says fries are overrated.
No, that is foolish.
You're going into a McDonald's conversation and you're going to slander one of the best fucking items on that menu.
I'm saying.
Okay, that is foolish. I'll be honest. I'm with him on the McMuffin only because it's a classic.
Get fucked.
You know what I mean? It's a classic. Like
better.
You can't go wrong with the cheese, the egg, and the sausage. You can't.
Yeah.
Listen. Listen. Your life has not been changed until you tried the new chicken McGriddle. New-ish.
No, see, it's fine, but that is really dry. It is really dry.
No, fuck off. It is not dry. It is delicious.
If I'm going to get a breakfast sandwich, I want there to be eggs.
What is this trash McDonald's you have gone to where you're just getting just terrible things?
I don't know.
Bad McRibs,
maybe
bad McGriddles.
There's like a McDonald's like every 5 minutes around here.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
McMuffin, fantastic. I'm not here to argue. McGriddle. Yes. Also fantastic. It's like picking my favorite child. Obviously, I have a favorite child. I'm just not going to say it in public.
Yes, of course.
You know?
The boy wants to get up now.
Why are we arguing?
I know. This is the real big juicy
look
stuff.
At this little snoot.
The important
what do you got
stuff.
to say about the McGriddle?
I know. What's with this? I bet he likes to make rib. I'll tell you that.
He likes anything.
Husky says, or you guys can just get both in the chat. That's a good observation. But
I did. And
Husky's like, stop fighting, guys. Stop fighting. Quit it, mom and dad.
Speaking of using both, though, please use both hashtag Twitch Do Better and hashtag Sub Off Twitch on Twitter to support the movement. Good Kraken's own Wreck-It Raven has been pushing this movement. We're trying to get Twitch to make some changes around here to better take care of some of their marginalized creators that use their platform and protect all of us folk that have other folk that don't like us because of the color of our skin. And they're morons. They're absolute morons. And they can fucking fight me. Catch me in these streets. Catch me in these streets. Anyways.
Yeah, we'll pull out the bulldog.
And Nolan horn. Let's go. Okay. All right. We hit it. You can't hear it, Joe, but we have a big old horn thing that plays in the background. Yep. Get us into the mood here. First off, we have our first segment here called Little Waves, and this is a collection of news pieces that we didn't think we're gonna have big enough, in-depth enough conversation. We'll kind of just boom through them one by one, make our way through. Devin, hit them with the little waves.
Yeah. So Aquaman 2 has now cast some new villains.
Yes.
Yeah, Aqua 2, let's go.
Yes, there are some new villains. They casted one for Stingray, which is a first time in movie villain, was not in the comics or anything. A couple of apparently Stingray was a special character they made specifically for the movie in the way that they did it. And I'm like, that's weird. It's weird that they did that.
I like that already.
Yeah. I'm
already not a fan.
Yeah, I'm weird about it. I don't know where I sit about it.
I mean, at least it'll be better than Justice League.
Wait, which one are we talking about?
Yeah, you're talking about
either. All they did is add 45 minutes of slow-mo.
No, get out. You don't like the McRib. Yeah. You don't like the Snyder cut. Yeah. Come on, man. Come on. You're not wrong, but the slow motion stuff did some stuff. It did some stuff.
I could have done without it. Same reason why I didn't like 84.
Okay,
that movie's an abomination.
Yeah, 84 was a wrecking chop of a movie. Like we don't want to dive into that. Anyways, they also casted 2 other villains that are going to be in the Aquaman 2 movie. I guess they're just going in. I guess Jason Momoa is just fighting everybody these days. We're out here just giving out hands of justice left and right. I thought it was Batman. It's now Aquaman. That's what we're doing. Devin, go on. Continue on, my friend.
Yeah, absolutely. So Life is Strange Remastered Collection officially will be arriving February 1st in 2022.
Let's go.
So I remember there was like a lot of controversy when they were showing this remastered collection because I saw a lot of complaints floating around how it didn't look any different. Really.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know.
Well, first off, I do want to hit 2 things real fast.
Hit us.
Aquaman, they casted India Moore. When she plays Angel on Pose, and she is also my wife.
Yes.
So I'm in love with her. Oh my god! So I'm already in for this movie.
We're in for it.
Secondly, when it comes to Life is Strange, I need to play this game. Yeah. I love the first one. I'm hearing nothing but amazing things about True Colors, and this remaster is gonna get me in the door.
It's gonna be so good, dude.
Yeah. I'm excited. I will be playing the remaster, and I've been debating actually getting it on my Switch and just having it portable. You know, since it's not a super graphically demanding game,
right?
You know, so it might be a good Switch game.
But do you want to cry in public?
Maybe.
Think about that.
I mean, I am wearing a Story So Far t-shirt.
Uh-oh. Joe disappeared. Uh-oh. No, something happened. Oh,
I just need to blow my nose with.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
That's
okay. That's okay. That's all right.
It gets cold out here, you know.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
It's fall season. You know what I mean?
Oh, there we go. There we go.
It's fighting.
But yeah, I want to play Life is Strange. My partner, she is very into Life is Strange, and she's playing Tell Me Why and all that stuff right now as well. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Next up, though, Fortnite adds Eddie Brock outfit. So you can now be Tom Hardy in Fortnite. But guess what? I don't like Fortnite.
Yeah, I know.
I don't like Venom.
Yeah.
Not like Venom as a character. Love.
Yes.
Yeah. These abominations.
That Venom movie.
That's what happened when Sony makes Marvel games. I mean, Marvel movies.
Yeah. I got you. Yeah.
This makes me sad.
I know. We should have gotten a very different Venom, but I mean, like, I appreciate like what they're trying to do with them, trying to like give it a little bit of comic relief, but I'm like, they just overcommitted. They leaned too hard in that direction in a way that like we did not need. I never wanted comedy Venom ever in my life. I never grew up with Venom thinking, oh, he'd be great funny ever. And
Venom
we're still gonna go see. We're still going to go see the movie next week.
Extraterrestrial force of nature that is overpowering that Spider-Man can't even control. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I will say this, though. The Carnage looks dope. The Carnage looks dope.
He does look dope.
It looks like
it's
the
only
Carnage.
90 minutes. It's only 90 minutes.
That's true. It's only 90 minutes. Yeah, I actually. Yeah. It has to be at least like a 2 hour 15, right? At least
just 2 hours. 2 hours is a good time.
That's right. That's we've invested some energy into this time.
Yeah,
this one's
90
like 90
minutes. Is like a made for TV movie.
Yes.
Know?
Yeah.
How long are these fight scenes? 2 seconds long.
Well, and also too, like they don't just have Venom and Cards. He also have Shriek. He also have She
and
Venom.
Lady Venom.
There's talk that what's his name? Toxic, I think is his name, might show up in it too. Like there's dude. There's so much going on with this in 90 minutes.
I feel like all this movie is doing is introducing characters so they can finally envelop all of this into the MCU, because there's a lot of talk about all of that coming to the MCU now.
Yeah. We'll see.
But
we'll see.
Yeah.
This makes me incredibly sad.
I just want to let you know I'm listening to lo-fi right now, and you did that like right on a cue. When
that's perfect.
All, like,
I love
nice
that. I love that. I love the idea of you just casually listening to lo-fi as you're podcasting, like making a podcast. I love that for you.
Yeah, it's all about the vibe, right?
No, sure. Continue on.
The initiative is teaming up with Crystal Dynamics to develop the new Perfect Dart game. I'm okay with this. I'm really okay with this, honestly.
Yeah, sure. Well,
They
hold on.
they
Joe's
did
got
great with
thoughts.
Tomb Raider.
Joe's got thoughts. I can see that face. I see that face, Joe. What do you do? Yeah. Say it.
This news.
Say it. Do it.
And it's not because I don't believe in Crystal. I mean, they make good games that don't begin with Avengers, but
sure.
I can agree with that.
That's fair.
But you know, Xbox really sold us on this whole like this is our internal studio. You all said that we couldn't build our own studios, that we're just buying them. Well, here's the initiative, and they're going to be doing a secret quadruple A production, and it's only 70 folks there, and it looks like this is more like a collaborative thing, which is exciting. But it seems like, for me, as just someone who's stupid and looking inward, it's just a second party game at this point, right?
I don't agree with that, because we've also been going through a pandemic for 2 years.
Sure.
You know what I mean? You know, and I think that has a lot to do with it, because they did originally start the studio before the pandemic was even a thing, right?
Yeah.
And everybody's been working from home, and we've seen a lot of developers talk about a lot of the hurdles and stuff that puts in front of them, because it's like, not only are they just working from home, but their whole families are home. So there's all the distractions, you know, hey, you know, their kids need the attention, you know, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And to me, it just sounds like it's like they need a little help because of the condition of the world. You know what I mean?
Keep in mind too, the director for Crystal Dynamics actually like went to the initiative. So like there's a prior relationship there. So it makes sense that this connection would be done at some point or another. I mean, also too though, like Crystal Dynamics does have some okay games. Like obviously Avengers left a bitter taste in our mouth, right? So it's like we're gonna be a little salty about, you know, like where things can go from there. But I have faith in it. Like I'm sure like. They're probably not going to just completely be leaning on Crystal Dynamics to make this game, you know. So it's like,
and I wonder how much of Crystal's working on it as well, because like this kind of also spells the end for Avengers. Like how much of that team is going? That's a 300 plus studio team. You know, from what I understand, there's a skeleton crew working on Avengers.
Yeah.
So it kind of seems like after Spider-Man and whatever other characters they have in mind, it's done.
Yeah.
That's really a shame.
They have a skeleton crew player base, so
shout out to my friend Luke, who still plays because he's a fool.
Hey,
I bought the game when it was on sale just to play the campaign.
And you were disappointed still?
I haven't finished it.
There you go.
I really enjoyed the campaign.
My brother was furious because he had no idea. He's like, it's an Avengers game, I'm gonna buy it. He buys it, and he's just like, I bought the Avengers, but I'm playing just as Miss Marvel. So this is a Miss Marvel game. And I'm like, Dan, just play a little bit more of it. He's like, no, I'm done. I want to be Iron Man, like always. And I'm just like, okay, let's settle down. He's like, I want to be Captain America. Like, okay, that's great. I don't want to be Miss Marvel. Like, all right.
That's fair. I mean, it was a good story. You know, like, I didn't mind it. I was okay with it. Go on, Devin. Go on.
Yeah. So, Aeon Flux live action TV show reboot is in the works over at Paramount Plus. Now, Ernell was filling me in about this last night, and when I first heard about this, I got stoked, and then Ernell told me who's doing it, and then I immediately lost all stoked.
Here's the deal. Okay, this live action TV show reboot is being directed and produced and written from the director, writer, and producer of Teen Wolf. And I am so upset that there was a chance that this could have been good. There was a chance this could have been good, and they did this. They decided that And apparently Teen Wolf is also coming back. So they're going to be working on Teen Wolf and this show at the same time. And I am flabbergasted. I don't like this. It makes my skin crawl.
You want to know who they should have just let do Aeon Flux? Because he just wants to get into the movie business and TV show business. Hideo Kojima. That's right up his fucking alley.
Yeah. I just want him to do any fucking movie or TV content, honestly.
Just the Aeon Flux world and all that is just in line with Hideo's weirdness. You know what I mean?
Joe, how does this make you feel?
I'm not a big Aeon Flux fan. I just know it from the Charlize Theron movie.
Oh, yeah. And that's all that matters. Yeah. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She can kick me twice in the face, and I would
just suffocate me, just kill me, just end my life. Take it, suck it into your soul, hold on to it for eternity. That's what I want. Yeah.
Yep.
God,
Far Cry 6 won't feature ray tracing on PS5 or Series X.
Oh no.
I believe it was the director of the game themselves was saying that they're going to be leaving off ray tracing for new consoles, and they didn't explain why. They just kind of loosely talked about how it is still going to have a bunch of other stuff to make it a cool experience, a beautiful experience. My take is that it could potentially, just because all those other things are tasking and demanding, that ray tracing might just be an extra level that's not necessary. That's just me though, and it might be speaking out of ignorance on that end. But what honestly, do you think?
Ray tracing not the end of the world for me.
Yeah,
same.
Like I like it from time to time, but like for me, it's like I'd rather have 60 frames per second. I think we're all at that point. It's like just give me 60 frames. Yeah. And like the wizardry at Insomniac, where they have the performance / ray tracing, is really, really impressive. So knowing that this game is being at least like 5 or 6 different versions of, I'm fine with it. I just hope it's good, and it has a balance that it needs to do, where it's like, hey, we're a pretty much Fast and the Furious style game where it's like, don't take us seriously, and then there's calls of like, okay, we understand what you are, but you're playing with a lot of Hispanic culture and themes, especially in this year as well. Yeah. So you're gonna try to respect those themes, right?
Sure hope
it's
so.
Like, yeah, and like for me as a Hispanic, that is something that I take a look at, and when I take a look at a movie that for me did it actually pretty good is the latest Suicide Squad, where it's like, this is a Hispanic area or country or fake South American country, but they're not just caricatures. And so I that's the balance I really want to see from this game, and the thing that it really needs to execute on. That is more important than ray tracing for me.
Absolutely.
Just with the history of like Ubisoft, Far Cry specifically, I don't say this in a good way at all. I would not be surprised if there is just like, stereotypical tropes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Carlos. I get it.
Yeah. And like they already showed like the the CD disc launcher that plays the Macarena while you use it. I mean, that just falls in line with that already.
Yeah.
But here's the thing for me, I'll allow it.
It's funny.
I get it. I get it. Yeah.
Right? I'll allow it. But like
everybody has a Macarena CD.
Joe has spoken. Yes.
It's Far Cry. They're gonna try and make it ridiculous and stupid most of the time. You know what I mean?
And I mean, even with like Far Cry 4 or 5 rather, which is a game that I enjoyed until the very end, where it's just like, hey, let's just take a famous 1950s movie and steal their ending.
Sure.
I'm the bar is low, but they still gotta meet that expectation for me.
Yeah. To this day, Far Cry 3 is one of my favorite games.
Yeah.
Fair. I still need to play Far Cry 3 if I'm honest.
Oh, you should.
I never finished it.
You should. It was good.
Yeah.
Something that's not going to be finished for a long time, though.
Yeah.
Devin.
Yeah. So, Apple effectively bans Fortnite from the App Store for 5 years.
Holy fucking shit.
Wow.
Shit. So apparently, Apple said that they're not going to allow this to happen until the court case stuff is done and officiated and over with. And so they're saying that this could be up to a 5-year court process. And so it's like,
it's funny. It's like Fortnite could have come back and then Epic decided to appeal it. And then boom, Apple's like, oh, hey, we got some better lawyers than you.
Apple's like, get fucked. Yeah, I know.
That's a huge situation for me because it's like both of these companies, I'm not rooting for them.
Yeah.
But I don't believe Epic's "we're doing this for you" moniker that they're doing.
Yeah, I don't.
Because it really just seems like not for a second. Because it's like you're not doing this for me. You're doing this for you because you want to put Epic Games on iOS. I don't trust that for a second. I'm not. I don't buy that. So if I was rooting for a devil, it is the Diablo that is Tim Cook.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Next up.
Yeah. So, MCU special coming to Disney Plus November 12th.
Yes, 1-year celebration of Disney Plus, and they're dedicating it to Marvel content. That is the day Shang-Chi comes out to Disney Plus platform. They're going to be doing a big... They didn't say exactly what it is. They just said that they're going to be decoring it with a bunch of Marvel stuff, releasing some Marvel content that has not been previously announced. It's going to be a fucking good time. I'm stoked for it, dude. It's going to be dope.
Chills.
I know, right? I'm here for it, dude. I'm here for it.
Shang-Chi. Have you guys seen Shang-Chi?
Oh my god, we watched it.
We seen
opening
it?
night. I've seen it twice since.
I braved the theater because I was like,
Same.
I'm not gonna watch theater. Right? And wear a goddamn mask. Take your vaccine.
Yes.
I need
for
to see
fuck's
Spider-Man.
sake,
All right?
Please, yes.
It's not because I care for your safety. I need to make this clear.
Yes.
I want to see Spider-Man.
Yes.
And I swear to, if I can't see Spider-Man because your mouth breathing son of a gun didn't get your goddamn vaccine,
say it.
I'm gonna snap.
Preach it. Yeah. Go off, Joe. Go off. You know what I mean?
So
anyway,
in our
was
area,
amazing.
Yes, it was so good. It was so good.
It's so good. It's so good. And like, in our area, you can't see a movie now without being vaccinated.
Oh, where do you guys live?
We're in Portland, Oregon. We're in Portland, Oregon.
I love you guys.
I can't. Yeah, I'm telling you. I can say that there's a couple places that are not enforcing that because I had gone to the theaters a couple times since we had seen Shang-Chi on opening night, Devin, and they didn't give a fuck. So do be wary. But
that is the rule though that has been implemented.
We're getting
there.
But
speaking of Shang-Chi, it becomes the highest grossing domestic release of the pandemic.
Let's
well
go.
deserved. Amazing.
Let's go.
Absolutely.
They are $200,000 away from beating Black Widow, and then they have it.
Which is good because that movie wasn't great.
It wasn't great. I enjoyed it for what it was. It just wasn't like what I would hope it would
At least one of us did.
What is going on, Devin? What do you body just show up to your door? What's happening right now?
I just what's the main actor's name? I don't want to mispronounce his
Scarlett
name.
Johansson. Oh, you mean Shang-Chi?
Yeah.
Oh, Simu Liu.
I'm going to remember this. He was fantastic and so charismatic.
So
did I fall in love with him? Sure.
Oh, yeah, same, right?
But then like I love Awkwafina. I have a huge crush on her. So like cast as well. Like
there you go.
It was a lot,
dude. It was.
But the action just never stopped. And then just to entice people if they didn't want to, it's like they took a cue from Software at the end.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
right?
The music, the score, and I'm like, oh my god, praise the moon. Are we doing some Bloodborne shit? And they're like, we're doing some Bloodborne shit.
It's the
most. I'm like, all right, let's fucking go.
It's the most from soft fucking Final Fantasy ass, Kingdom Hearts ass fucking fight.
You should have seen me in the theater because I was about to start Like, let's fucking go.
Dude, me and
Ernell and I
Devin
were
were
sitting
so
right next
oh
to
my
each other.
God,
We're like,
we were so hype. We were so hype. We were like, let's go, let's go. It was so good, dude. It was so good.
Is that Father Gascoigne? Let's do this.
I know.
Man.
Let's fucking go, dude.
A second ago, when you asked me what was happening,
what is going on over
there is a big sunspot in my bedroom.
Yeah, okay.
Shining through the window.
Yeah.
And I looked over, and Amos was on his back, just moving back and forth, rolling around and scratching, just doing cute dog shit. And I just went, oh! And then he immediately stopped, got up, and just stared at me for like 15 seconds, just like dead. I stared.
It's like, fucking leave me alone. I'm trying to sunbathe
cute dog shit.
Like,
just cute dog shit.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. But we got some weird Nintendo shit going on over here. But first, we're gonna kind of give you guys a quick little rundown of some of the bigger announcements from the Nintendo Direct that hit the other day. We're just gonna kind of go down the list of some of these cool little announcements that they had here. First up, we have Kirby and the Forgotten Land, a 3D Kirby experience hitting spring 2022. Cool. Yeah, look good.
It'll probably be good, honestly.
Kirby. Yeah,
those Kirby games can hit.
More Kirby. Yeah, that's fine.
A
Nintendo
lot of
Switch.
people comparing it to Last of Us.
Hold on.
I'm like, settle down.
What? What?
Because Kirby's in an abandoned mall, just like Ellie is in
The
Last of Us Left Behind.
Come
I'm like,
on.
Internet, stop reaching.
I know.
Please stop reaching.
Just don't do that, Internet. Nintendo Switch Online Expansion Pass comes at the end of October, and that comes along with the announcement of a Nintendo 64 and Genesis controllers for $49.99 each, because we are going to be getting some Nintendo 64 and Sega Genesis titles through this expansion thing. Joe, go for it, dude. Hit it.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if I could curse, but I'm good. I'm sorry.
Fuck,
No, you
go,
can.
dude.
Yeah,
go for
no,
it, dude.
go
It's
for it.
again, and I know, right? Let's go.
The console wars are
dude.
done.
I know,
It's
man.
taken 30 plus years at this point. It's finally the Sega Nintendo chapter closed. The Sega Genesis on Nintendo Switch.
Ugh.
I'm buying that controller.
God, dude.
The N64 controller, which is a garbage controller.
Absolute hot trash. Yeah.
Bam. I'm buying it. Nintendo knows how to do, not even meet the bare minimum for me.
Oh no.
And I'm just so fucking weak. I just buy it.
Dude, it's the Nintendo magic. They just do whatever the fuck they want. They say you want this, you like this, and now you're gonna tell us you like this, and then you're gonna give us your money for it. And we say yes. Please, Daddy, more.
Exactly.
And that's what we do, and that's okay because we allow.
And here's the thing: I don't even know what fucking games are on this thing.
I don't even
I could
remember.
care less. I want
don't
those
care. I
controllers.
want it. I fucking want it. You're telling me I can play original Shaq Fu, maybe? Like, sign me up. Sign me up.
Yeah, let's go.
So
Sign me up.
the very first game console I ever had was the Sega Genesis.
Same. Yeah. Very first.
Yeah,
That was my own, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, my own.
Yeah, that was I was playing Sonic and Mortal Kombat when I was 2 years old.
That Lion King game. Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Yeah.
Fuck that game.
But with the N64 coming to Switch, the most exciting thing for me is I'm going to be able to play the original Paper Mario again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe some original Perfect Dark in there. You know, like there's a lot of like old like N64 titles that like we could get out of this and it's gonna be a fucking good time.
GoldenEye.
GoldenEye. Oh, dude.
With online multiplayer support.
Wait, is that real? That's happening?
Yeah, they said that all their multiplayer games will have online multiplayer support. All the N64 multiplayer games.
Yeah, but is there online multiplayer support like that good enough?
The thing that Nintendo lacks when it comes to online multiplayer is really their voice chat. It's their it's non-existent. That's what lacks.
I wonder if that has anything to do with only being able to use one controller when you have Bluetooth headphones plugged in.
Two controllers.
I'm playing. Bayonetta 3 got a big announcement for just a 2022 window. Okay, did you guys watch this trailer? Did you guys watch this trailer? Because this fucking kaiju fight thing that's fucking happening I'm here for it. I'm so fucking here for it, guys. Let's go.
I'm happy that you're excited because Bayonetta is not my jam.
Oh, for sure.
I just love seeing. Here's the thing about video games I love.
Yes.
I like people being excited about things, even if I have no idea what's going on. I'm like, yeah, Yeah, so her suit's just made out of hair, and you like it?
That's
Good
tight.
on you.
Good for you, dude. Yeah,
She's got 2 guns and is a witch. All right.
Here's the thing. I'm not even that big of a Bayonetta fan, but I saw this kaiju fight and I was like, I'm locked in. I'm locked in on this. Let's do this. Like, you're telling me that I can like fight a kaiju while having my own kaiju while letting them fight, and I'm just kind of there. I'm here for it. Like, that's why I watch Godzilla versus Kong. You know, like that. I need these things. I need these things in my life, and I want to play them. I might not want to play Splatoon 3 gameplay that got released there, but they announced the release and return of the mammalians for the Splatoon IP.
Let's go. I love Splatoon.
Dude.
Splatoon is the best Nintendo IP in recent years.
Okay.
Dude, it's because here's the thing, right? About Splatoon. First off, fantastic multiplayer. A fantastic shooter, just the way you think about it. You're painting the floor. It's not really about killing anybody. You're not really killing people. Which is like fantastic, Nintendo. Good on you. But here's the other thing.
Yeah.
Joe has a lot of rage towards the youth.
For sure.
The youth play this game.
Fuck this game.
And so it's like me virtually smacking them around.
Yeah, you're just saying fuck them kids.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Fuck them kids.
Take that.
You humble them. You teach them a lesson by doing this.
Yeah.
Cool. We're gonna burn through these the rest of this list here because we're kind of shut up on time. I want to make sure we meet windows here. Dying Light 2, Stay Human Cloud version, February 4th for 2022. Oh my God, yes. Dying Light Platinum Edition, October 19th. Oh yes. And then Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak expansion for summer 2022. Son, if you guys want to stop me on any of these two, just let me know. That one's gonna be tight. Chocobo GP for 2022.
Yes,
the Chocobo racing game. Me and Devin are big Final Fantasy fans. This hit all the sweet spots. I'm here for it.
Did you play the original Chocobo Racing on PS1?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, yeah. It's literally Mario Kart
with chocobos,
but Final Fantasy characters.
Yeah. And I'm here for it. I need it. I know.
It's awesome.
KOTOR for Nintendo Switch. Oh my God. November 11th.
I have it on my phone.
Oh my lord. This was the announcement of announcements this year. Give us more KOTOR. Yes. You know, we need it. Castlevania Advanced Collection out as they announced it. That was a fucking good move on them. Castlevania Collection out on Switch. Holy shit.
Beyonce drop.
I'm telling you. I know. We need more Beyonce drops in the game industry these days. You know what I mean? Like, we need more of those. Give us more of those. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct. Super Smash Bros. Is getting their own Direct for the final character that they're releasing on October 5th at 10 a.m. EDT. Definitely gonna be watching that. Animal Crossing is also getting their own Direct, and that got announced for October. They did not give an exact date yet, but that's gonna be dope. And then the final one, the Mario movie from the Illumination Studios, guys. With the cast announcement for this was a bonkers experience. We got the goofiest fucking cast listing on this shit. We got Jack Black as Bowser. We got Keegan-Michael Key as Toad. Yeah, Anya Taylor. Yeah, I know. The best cast ever for this. I'm so fucking stoked for this. And then there's Chris Pratt as Mario. And the internet was not happy.
Here's the thing.
Okay. Go off, Joe. Go off, dude. You got feelings, man.
Keegan as Toad, that is great. He could take that anywhere.
Absolutely.
Like if he's like playing it as like a Barack's interpreter, like awesome. Anya Taylor-Joy, punch me twice in the throat.
Please, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
But also her voice, I think that's a perfect casting for Peach because feel like she can very much nail that performance, right? All she has to do is Mario. That's pretty much it. Jack Black is Bowser.
Yes.
I'm in it.
Yeah, I'm so here for it.
Absolutely.
I'm so here for that. Yes.
He's going to do fantastic, honestly.
Yeah.
Seth Rogen is Donkey Kong. That's where we get crazy.
Yeah.
Dude,
I can see him being able to do it, though.
Let's be real here, though. Like, that's so Seth Rogen. That's so
hey, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, Mario, what are you doing here? Sorry. Pretty crazy. Charlie as Luigi. This is where we have Okay. The internet has done a great job at selling me on Charlie as Luigi because the meme crossover of like Luigi and Green Man, Luigi is the Charlie meme with the bulletin. I'm like, okay, I'm actually on this.
Yeah, okay.
Then we get to Mario as Chris Pratt as Mario. And listen, the internet says one thing and the other about them. I can't make heads or tails of them.
Sure.
All I know is to quote my one friend, Sean Capri, an Italian man. He says,
absolutely.
This man's not even Italian. What is he doing? Like, because Mario has a voice. It's like Mickey, right?
Yeah.
Like Mickey Mouse is like, oh, look at me, I'm Mickey. It's not like all of a sudden it's like, hey, I'm Mickey Mouse. It's like that. You wouldn't know that's not Mickey. That's not. So like when I'm thinking Mario, I'm thinking, like I'm not thinking like this is a dance off, bro. Yeah, like
you want to hear it? It's me, Mario.
Yeah, you know? Exactly. Yeah. And I love that meme that they have of it. It's like, who? It's me. But I can't hear Pratt's voice in a Mario body. And this is my biggest fear is like, oh, this is probably like some hidden live action thing where he gets sucked into a video game. Like they're going to like Space Jam this guy or Jumanji him. And that sucks because I want Mario's universe to be just that, a universe, not concealed in a cartridge.
Right.
But
who knows?
I'm concerned.
I know.
But I'm not like the internet where I'm just like, I'm going to burn this with fire because I've been wrong before.
If they do that, it should be something where they're trying to get Mario back and get him the hell out of there.
Or like he lost his voice.
Yeah.
I had to replace it with Star-Lord.
Yeah. I don't know. But like, even like, cause like Mario, like I can't hear Chris Pratt going Yahoo.
Dude,
like,
no,
I can't hear
never.
Him. Yeah. Never. So,
and I'm upset that he's gonna try.
Yeah. I'm like,
it's what so bad. I don't want it, but I do. I'm like having like trauma interest here, where I'm just like I kind of just want to see the chaos ensue and just see what happens. You know, kind of like all of our interest in Sonic going into that, and then we were like, oh, it's actually not too bad. And then you know, I want that experience, and I'm trying to be cautiously hopeful here, but like.
And here's the thing: Nintendo put its cards down, going, "All right, this is good."
Yeah,
and so like it has to be. That has to mean something because they know that the first try was an abomination of a film. So like that's why like the internet's so reactionary. I want to ride on that reaction, but
for sure.
I am alarmed.
Yeah, I get it. Devin, hit us with our second news story. I want to kind of zoom through these real quick. Let's kind of do it. Let's do it.
So Marvel is fighting to keep the rights to Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, and other iconic Avengers. This is coming from Matt Kim over at IGN. Marvel and the heirs of the comic book legend Steve Ditko are getting ready for a legal battle over the rights of such characters as Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, and more. The Hollywood Reporter details an ensuing fight over the rights of some of Marvel's biggest characters as the heirs of the comic book creators seek to terminate Marvel's copyrights over these characters. Fucking cash grabs. The Ditko estate filed a notice of termination on Spider-Man last month, which is allowed for heirs under the 1976 Copyright Act. This can only be done after waiting a set period and for the creations assigned to another person or entity. However, Marvel is fighting back and claiming that these characters were created as, quote, work for hire, end quote, meaning Ditko created these characters for Marvel under contract. If proven, this would mean that Marvel, not Ditko, is the original owner of the copyright and therefore cannot have their rights over these characters terminated. This is the same defense DC Comics used when the creators of Superman attempted to terminate the publisher's rights to the Man of Steel. Funny enough, Disney has hired Dan Petrocelli at Oa Melvini, sorry if I butchered those names,
it's okay,
who represented DC successfully for its own legal battle. Similarly, the Ditko estate is being represented by Mark Tabaroff, who represented Superman creators Jerry Siegel and Joe Schutzer in their fight with DC. Based on past cases, this could be an uphill battle, as a similar attempt by Jack Kirby's estate to wrestle back the control of Spider-Man, X-Men, and Hulk back in 2013 was thwarted when the Second Circuit Court of Appeals ruled that Kirby created these characters for Marvel as, quote, work for hire. But that doesn't mean this case is doomed on arrival. And if successful, Marvel could lose the rights to some of the biggest Avengers in June 2023.
So here's the deal. I don't want to spend too much time on this because I think
have one thing to say.
Pretty cut and dry. Disney's just gonna fucking pay them money. Like, let's be real.
Oh no, I don't even think that.
No.
I think, you know what? There's been a running theme here. Fuck those kids, man. I'm just trying to cash grab. No, Disney ain't gonna give them shit. I don't think so. I think they got the money to pay lawyers to make sure that this does.
It's Disney. They have an infinite amount of money and they can afford any lawyer they want.
I mean, they've definitely done some very like low key like things to get copyright laws changed, and it's just like big yikes. But I mean, we'll see. Obviously, they know that like it's going to be worth investing some money into the right lawyers to make sure that they can continue making money off these IPs and properties later on. Cool, I guess. Companies being companies. Companies fighting we have real life kaiju battle right here. Like that's what we're dealing with right here. Like that's,
for me, I don't want to see the MCU get ruined off of this. You know what I mean? Because
my enjoyment's on the line.
Exactly. So I am actually siding with Disney on this for once. You know what I mean?
That's fair. We are cutting it pretty close on time here, so I kind of just want to briefly breeze through this. Naughty Dog is set to reveal an all-new content, quote unquote, for The Last of Us Day. This comes from Eddie Mackich at GameSpot, and quickly reads like this. September 26th is known as Outbreak Day in The Last of Us universe, and Naughty Dog is marking the occasion in a number of ways, including by revealing some kind of quote unquote all-new content this weekend. In a blog post, Naughty Dog said this content, whatever it is, will be announced on September 26th at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 12 p.m. Eastern Time. This announcement will be made on The Last of Us's website. While you have to wait a little longer to learn about this all-new content, Naughty Dog did announce more Last of Us merch that players can pick up to celebrate the occasion and the franchise. This includes a new t-shirt featuring Abby, a gray knit beanie, flannel shirts, and a rain jacket. There's also a snazzy-looking new bomber jacket and plenty of other cool merch. Additionally, Naughty Dog's partnership with Taylor expands to include new guitar picks and straps, while the Taylor 314 CE and GS mini guitars will now be sold across Austria, France, Germany, Ireland, Italy, Spain, and the UK. These are stunning premium guitars, and nice to see people in the other parts of the world getting a chance to order them. You can see a rundown of the all-new Last of Us merch on the PlayStation blog. As for the future for Naughty Dog Games, the studio is working on its first ever standalone multiplayer game, which is believed to be a Last of Us title. Sick. Fuck yeah, I want that rain jacket, dude. That thing looks ill. I want it so bad.
I actually want to get one of the flannels personally.
Oh, of course. So. That's a good look on you. That's a good look on you.
I like the satchel. I'll take a satchel, please.
Ooh, yeah. Let's get. Can we get 8 of those? Let's get 8 of those satchels. I'll just wear 5 of them on my body at all times. I'm prepared. I am the Naughty Dog. Let's go.
Dog with a DAWG.
Let's fucking go. Let's move into our second segment, which is our hands-on segment. This is where we try to talk a little bit about some games and or movies and or shows that we've been experiencing recently. We try to sell them to each other, and we try to sell them to you guys at home. Usually we would do like 1.5 for each of us. Let's kind of trim it down to one good one. You know what I mean? Let's get one good one that we want to get out and lay out on the table. Joe, you are our esteemed guest. Let's start with you, my dude. What have you been watching or playing?
First, I've been watching Ted Lasso. Just watch Ted Lasso. It's literally, it is one of the best written shows I've ever seen in my life. Go.
Hell yes. Okay.
What I've been playing, Kena, Bridge of Spirits.
Let's go!
This game's so beautiful.
Oh my God.
This game is gorgeous.
I need it.
I think the team's only like 16 people over there.
Really? Oh shit. Yeah. I did not know that.
Something really small. A very small studio.
Dude. Okay.
They completely, and I could be wrong with that number,
sure,
but they've completely crushed it here. Their first title out the gate. This very much is a marriage of the themes that we see with like Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask with classic PS2 platformers, but with modern day stylings, and for the most part makes for a very, very well polished, well curated game that is something really special. I loved what they did with the Majora's Mask little short that they made a few years back. It's one of my favorite shorts ever.
So good.
And really taking those similar themes with Kina is really awesome. It's beautiful, and at the same exact time, you know, deep with some of the stories that they're trying to tell. And when it comes to the combat, it's very much, to me, reminds me of the classic like N64 Zelda, but of course way better.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I really dig this game. There is a few problems, like the lack of a waypoint on the map is a bit of a bummer.
Sure.
And the combat at times just seems unfair. Like it's deceiving with its art style, because you're like, oh, this is gonna be something the whole family could enjoy, and then it's like, nah, we got the From Software music starts playing in the background. You're like, what's going on? Yeah, they're like, I'm like, oh shit, what the? What's going on? What's with the opera? What's with the organ playing?
Parry your post. Parry your post.
Exactly. So it's difficult for sure, but it's an experience that I feel like you need to play this year. The last boss fight in particular, actually the last third is just stellar. Like the last boss fight, when you get like again to achieve a let's fucking go, bro.
Yeah,
type of excitement from me. That boss fight, man, it's like I'm watching Shang-Chi all over again. It was something. It was like I love boss fights where it's just like, hey, remember everything you've learned from the start to Finn right here. Let's go. We're gonna toss everything at you. Okay. But it's not like oh, that one skip and jump you did in level 1. No, it's like the more like serious platforming that you do throughout the game. It's like, hey, we have it here, but it's more monumental, and there's opera singing in the back, so you got this.
Let's
Kina.
fucking go, yeah.
And last but not least, Kina's design. I am in awe of her design. She looks awesome, man. She looks so freaking cool. I love her whole getup, her animations, her staff. It's just, they nail it. Like if you got a daughter, if you got a kid growing up, she's a awesome role model to get young kids into. So yeah,
hell yeah, dude. Joe, you got me fucking sold, man. I'll tell you that. Because I'm down. I am so down. Oh my god, Devin.
animing it today.
Oh fuck yeah, fuck yeah. Yes. Devin, what have you been playing and or watching?
So, as you know, Ernell, I've been extremely busy packing, getting things together because I'm moving tomorrow.
Yes,
so I haven't had a whole ton of time to dive into a bunch of new stuff, but I did dive into a new game called Sable. And that game is gorgeous. It is beautiful. There's no combat in this game at all.
I like that.
You are. It's purely an exploration game. You are going around the world, helping people with tasks, figuring out what happened. The world takes place in a desert, ruined cities.
So Journey.
It's essentially But the style is so cool. I feel like I'm playing a comic book. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
But it moves so fluidly too. The design is awesome. You use little like hover speeder bikes to like traverse through the desert and everything. So it has like that Star Wars like Destiny.
That's pretty cool. Okay.
Yeah, and it's just a beautiful game. It's very post-apocalyptic sci-fi. Kind of even like makes you think of Dune a lot, which we have that upcoming movie here, in October.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm really excited to dive into it further and uncover the rest of what's going on, since the game is like purely about its like secrets and the journey that you're going on, and there's no combat. I don't want to dive into too much of that because that would be spoiling the whole point of the game.
Okay.
For
That's
people.
fair. That's fair.
But it is on Game Pass on console and PC, and I definitely recommend giving it a try if you get the chance to.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a very zen like experience. It's a good palate cleanser. You know, I play a lot of shooters. I play a lot of very violent video games, and I've kind of been finding these palate cleansers lately. You know, like I hopped in and played Minecraft with my cousin and some of his friends recently, just to like chill out. You know what I mean? And
still arguably violent sometimes, but you know,
well, it can be, but it cannot be too.
Okay,
you know?
fair enough.
Yeah.
Touche.
But yeah, I definitely recommend it. I've only spent like a little over an hour in it, but please go try it. I'm going to continue playing it. It's got me hooked already. I played the demo back in the day. It kind of reminds me, if you read comics, it's kind of in the vein of like an Image comic. So it's really cool in that aspect.
Sick.
As far as what I've been watching, the best new thing I've watched recently, I watched with you, Ernell, the other night over Discord here. We watched the first couple episodes of Star Wars Visions on Disney Plus.
Dude.
Oh my god, that first episode. Holy shit.
That first episode is
my
some of the best Star Wars content I've ever seen, and I want more of that.
Yes. That?
Yes.
You got me fucking chills right here. I'm not into anime one bit, but when it comes to Star Wars, feed me IV drip.
Dude.
I love it.
Oh my god.
Visions, there are misses for me, but the ones where it's more samurai themed, like the first episode, The Elder, and then there's another one that I'm going to look up right now that I watched. It was like a 20-minute one. It's the one where we've seen the girl with the bike and she hops off with the lightsaber. That episode I actually want a show of because it's incredible. More of this.
Yeah,
absolutely, dude. It was a fucking rad experience. It was. I
love the reveal. I love the reveal of that character in that first episode too.
Yeah.
The Ronin, his droid too.
Yeah, I know. We gotta watch the rest of that and get kind of feed into that content a little bit more. It's gonna be good.
It's so good.
I know. So I've been playing Redacted. I can't talk about it until Tuesday. But we will be talking about it on Tuesday for our headlining segment. We'll get there. But I have gone in and started watching the final season of The Walking Dead. Now here's the deal. Okay. I know this show is dead. I know that people are not here for it. I know that people have not been around. I feel like I'm the only fucking living human being on this planet anymore that has stuck with it and kept caught up, and I've enjoyed it, and I've loved every fucking step of the way. All right? And I know I'm a fool. And I know I've allowed myself to be abused and just traumatized by what this show has done to us. But this last season so far has been stellar. It has been stellar. They're doing some really cool shit in this final season so far. I think there's like 3 or 4 more episodes left. Is it what they're playing with? But they're doing really cool camera work. The story is like super interesting this last season. They're having this huge character arc between Negan and Maggie, and obviously all of us know what that relationship means between those two. And they're doing some really dope things that they haven't done before in the show, as far as like the way they're handling scenes. They've got parts where like the camera drowns out all of the backdrop and focuses on one character having like this very just like emotionally like visceral like moment in the episode. And they do things like that. Like the story is just way more better written. I really do think that they're going out with a bang here, and I'm excited to see like where they lead it to. A big part of me feels, and I'm not saying that like I want this to happen, that I don't want this to happen, but I feel like we might get a Rick appearance at some point in this last season. It feels like it because they're kind of leading into some shit, and you know what? I'm fucking here for it. I'm fucking here. Bring back the Ricktatorship. I need it.
I haven't watched Walking Dead since I think season 6.
You're fucking up, bud. You're fucking up, bud.
6 or 7? Yeah. I don't know.
It's you. Like I said, I know I get it. I get it. Like they had some time. The whole Glenn thing was traumatic for all of us. All right, I understand. I get it. You know, it was an exhausting couple of episodes.
That's what it did to me. I'm one of those people. Like Glenn not being there really killed it for me. Honestly.
Yeah.
I feel like the whole nobody is safe thing was cute for a while, but for me, my problem with The Walking Dead is like, okay, so we fulfilled a character arc. Time to kill him and introduce someone else that we care a little less about and less about and less about.
Yeah. And that's a fair criticism of it, because I can't say that you guys are even wrong. I can't even give you guys any pushback on that, because you're not wrong. They have kind of like helped in that habit of doing that, kind of just ending character arcs after they're, you know, hitting there. There's a lot of characters that have been around for a while now, and so like some of the stories are extremely interesting that they're playing around with. I don't know. I'll see it out. I'll give y'all updates as we go for, you know, the very final episode. I'm definitely gonna be there on airing night. I'm gonna be there for it. What is Josh saying in the chat? Rick beats Negan with a new bat and the show ends.
There you go.
Sure. I'll take it.
The bat, Carl.
I'll take it.
Carl.
Oh, that's rough.
Wonder what he's up to.
Anyways, we're gonna move into our headlining segment, and this is dedicated to our man, Joe Moran, right here. Yes, you, baby. You over there. You over there with the beautiful mug. Right over there. We are going to talk to you a little bit about what you got going on, your life, what you're about, all the good juicy stuff. I want to start out kind of just getting right into it here. Okay. Mm-hmm. You have been doing the Trophy Room podcast for a little while now. You've been killing this game for a minute, one could say. You know what I'm saying? Just shitting on all over the podcast world. Let's do it. All right.
I'll take these compliments.
Oh, I got you, dude. What was your reasoning for starting the Trophy Room here?
Oh man, where do I start? There's two entries here. Okay, there's the entry of how do I get into YouTube, which would lead into the Trophy Room, or just the Trophy Room itself. Which one would you like? Which one would you prefer? One's more tragic than the other.
I want the full scale. Hit us with the YouTube.
All right.
Hit us with the YouTube.
So, real talk. Back in the day, I used to work at GameStop, and the one thing that people always used to love about me is the way I talked about games. It's the reason why I was one of the best salesmen in that company.
Let's go.
As a whole. And there was one midnight launch in particular where one kid's like, "Can I film you?" I'm like, "Whatever, I'm just doing my goddamn job." And the kid comes in and is like, "Dude, you killed it! Like, there's so many people liked you." I'm like, "Oh, that's great." And that always kind of ticked in my head. I'm like, "Oh, people maybe enjoyed my thoughts or like my antics. Well, this is interesting. Let me think about making a show." Because here's the thing. Right, as a Hispanic boy and someone who gets a pass as white, you're either perceived as too white or too brown, depending on where you are. And when it comes to games, I never found that there was a voice that fit mine, and that there was a person that I can look up to and go, "Oh, that's that person. That could be me."
Yep.
Never had that, so I never thought that this was for me. And some people could go through life and never have to experience that. So. It was, up until the days of like 2012, maybe, where we're now 15, where my brother and I have like this dumb little podcast. It was bad. It was really bad.
Hell yeah,
I will not say the words out loud.
I love that for you.
But he fell out of it, and I kept doing it, and I started doing YouTube content.
Okay.
And again, videos are bad. They're awful, and I would say they're unwatchable. But is at that time where my grandpa was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, and he was on the way out. And so he only had like a month and a half to live. And so I was with him constantly, but the times where I just needed the break from, the mortal coil for a sec, I would just come and talk about games. And it was a great escape from talking about death all the time, then talk about something that actually sparked joy. And that's when I decided that I wanted to actually do this. I wanted to do BPR. I wanted to talk games. And so I made what would turn into Bad Bit Games, which would then turn into the Trophy Room, which was a YouTube channel where I talked about all things games. But the problem with that was there's just way too much to talk about.
Yep.
And you get that part where it's just like, okay, so I'm getting Xbox fans that hate my PlayStation opinions, these PlayStation fans that hate my Xbox opinions. Nintendo people are just here sniffing glue. I don't know what their deal is.
Sniffing glue, eating crayons.
Yeah.
So I knew I needed a focus. And I met some incredible creators along the way. And it was at this time where I started to fall out of love with YouTube because it was just the same old shit that you see constantly. Same old shit you see now. Everybody's upset, yelling at someone for something. Who cares?
Fucking
right?
fans, man. Fucking fans,
It was the Philip Mewson and the Fallout 76 stuff that actually got me falling out of love with YouTube. And I remember I made a Philip Mewson video and it did very well. And I got a call from my friend Bobby, who, rest in peace, COVID took him. So get your goddamn shot, wear your goddamn mask.
Get vaccinated.
Rest in peace.
He was just like, Joe, that video did great. Yeah. And I was like, yeah. He's like, bad video though. That's not you. And that's not the person you want to be, because now people subscribe to your channel and that's all they want. And I remember walking out of that conversation a somewhat changed man, because I'm like, yeah, I don't want to be angry all the time. I got into this because I wanted to talk about the thing I loved, which is video games. And ergo, what? Horizon Zero Dawn comes out. And actually, I skipped ahead a little bit, but Horizon Zero Dawn comes out, and I absolutely loved it. It was an incredible game. It's one of my favorite games of all time.
So good.
And I'm like, man, I really like this PlayStation platform, which is crazy for me because for the longest time, though I owned everything, up until like the end of 360 era, I would have considered myself an Xbox stan. I loved Xbox.
Same. Yeah.
And it wasn't until really the PlayStation Blackout where I got my PlayStation from a guy that was selling his PS3 for wheat. And I was like, I'll buy it from you for $80, and fell in love with the ecosystem. And that's how really it happened. Because I liked my PS3. I wasn't really in love with it. I liked my PS1. I was in love with it. The PS3 changed that all for me. And the course of the PS4 generation, I absolutely fell in love with the ecosystem.
Yeah.
And so it was during that time where my favorite podcast ever. So my favorite podcast is Podcast Beyond and PS I Love You.
Yep.
And it was during that Colin and Greg split. And I was upset visually whatever.
Most
I
all
was
of us
upset.
were. I get it.
Shaking the fist because I was just when Greg said I was going to end it, or he was going to end it, I was just like, what? No, come on. Not because of one dumb dude. Come on, let's go. No. And so I had this Thanos moment of like, well, I guess I'm going to do it myself.
Yeah. Let's go.
I started a proto show, and my guest, she decided that she wanted to get married and have kids. And I was like, oh, that's awful. And so I picked up hashtag. Actually, don't throw that hashtag out there.
Yeah, don't do
that. But I asked Kyle, who was also a kind of funny best friend, and we met at a meetup. I was like, hey, you want to do the show together? It's an idea. Because what I needed a person that, listen, I'm knowledgeable on all things games. I'm pretty knowledgeable on all things games. But I'm not the PlayStation stan. I need a PlayStation stan, and that's who Kyle is through and through. And he represents the best of the fandom, right? That's what I love about Kyle. He really is like the thing that we want every fandom to be, but isn't. That's what Kyle is. He's the best of it.
Hell yes.
So we made this show 2018. And ever since, it's gotten a bit of traction, especially out of the last 2 years. We've really kind of taken off and grown. And it was all due to a breakup that we wanted to then do this ourselves. But what we didn't want to do was just be a carbon copy of previous shows that we looked up to. We wanted to use that as guidance, because the one thing that people always forget is, you know, when we take a look at, I take a look at podcasts the way I take a look at late night shows. It's like, theoretically, they're all the same, but it's the personalities that make them, right? Like, I watch Stephen Colbert and Jimmy Kimmel, and I like them. They still have a band like The Tonight Show, right? But The Tonight Show sucks because Jimmy Fallon can't host to save his life.
Yeah.
So... For me, it's about the personalities that make him, and that those personalities create the show. And what we have over here at the trophy room is really awesome because it is a space that for me I never saw myself in.
Yeah.
Or never saw my reflection of. And we're making it here. That's the one thing I'm always proud of is like, podcasts could say, oh, yeah, we're pro LGBTQ, we're pro this, pro that. And their community isn't representative of that.
Yeah.
And I love to see that we have folks of color, folks of all different spectrums of that rainbow in our community, everybody laughing it up. 2020 was a divisive year, guys. I don't know if you know this. And I've gotten people who were straight up Republicans messaging me and going, "Oh man, thank you for the way you talked and the way you spoke on certain issues. You definitely made me change my mind on a few things." And that's all I really want to go after. I'm not here to villainize people. I'm here to say, listen, this is as true diversity or inclusivity as it gets. Everybody's welcomed here as long as we respect each other. And hopefully when we respect each other, we go into conversations with an open mind. And hopefully that means we can change the way that people see the world, view the world. And through a dumb little PlayStation show, maybe we can do that. And it's awesome to see that we really have. I've gotten a lot of, messages as well, like going, I'm an Xbox guy. I don't even like PlayStation. I literally got the one this morning that was like, I don't even have a PlayStation, but you guys I listen to religiously. Yeah. And I just love how you guys are not throwing hands everywhere. That's what we're going for. And it's awesome to see in the world of the shock jock, the world of the Joe Rogans, or like the shock thumbnails at the end of or at the left-hand corner of every thumbnail, that our show is doing pretty darn well without having to do most of those things. I'll throw a shock thumbnail every now and again, but like it's really awesome to see. So our show is something special because it is here, at the trophy room where we talk about the latest and greatest all things PlayStation. We are 100% backed by patrons over at patreon.com. I love when I get to deny Manscaped. This is their third time going, hey, would you like to place an ad? No, would not actually. We try to make it completely as fan funded as possible. And it's awesome that there's this little tight-knit community on the internet that's here to champion games and just so happen to play on the PlayStation ecosystem because that's what we're here to do. So the nuts and bolts of the show is that. It's, talk about the breaking news of PlayStation each and every week, but also it's about you chopping in on a conversation with Kyle and I where we bust each other's chops, we have fun, we make goofy little segments, we do dumb little voices, and people really seem to dig it. So that's my comeuppance in the trophy room, man.
I love it.
That's
dude.
my speech.
I love it. And it's rad because like me and Devin can sort of relate to like a lot of your guys' story as far as starting what you did because we're kind of in the same spot. Or like we have sort of curated a community, like a small community. We're not quite there. We're fairly fresh. We just started technically doing this in March, and we've curated a lot of people that have been awesome and amazing and have been such good friends to us and have come in and talked to us a lot about things that they felt they couldn't go to other people to talk about. And it's been a really, really dope experience for us just being like two guys that started doing this because we were like, we already talk about video games and nerdy stuff and movies and shows. We might as well just fucking record it and put it out for people to listen to. And just seeing the results of that has just been super rad for us, especially because we're just kind of doing it step by step. It's kind of happening, and it's been
that's
awesome.
That's how it always is too. It's constantly happening. It's constantly a work in progress. It's constant fine tunings, and that's what a lot of people we just see the finished product and are like, that's what it is, and there's so much more to it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Devin, hit her boy with another question, my guy.
Yeah. Did you? I mean, you kind of already answered this a little bit. obviously there was some friction getting started, your journey of, starting the podcast, going from content creation, stuff like that. But did you specifically have to deal with anything for being BIPOC? Like, have you had anybody come at you in some sort of way and in a negative way over that? Like, has that been a problem?
No, again, I'm very lucky that when people see me, sometimes, especially in my area, they're like, "So, like, you're Sicilian?" I'm like, "No, no, no.
Fool."
There's actually one time where, like, my one buddy who's a darker skin tone of mine, he's Argentinian, I believe, and she thought we were brothers. And she also thought that we were Hawaiian while we were working at GameStop. I'm like, is it because we're fat and brown?
I feel it.
Oh man,
is that where you saw Lilo and Stitch? You saw Lilo and Stitch, and you're like,
that's what they look like. Yeah.
Okay.
Like 51st Dates, Reese's peanut butter cups, and
Hey, brother.
Exactly. That's where. So I've had to deal with like those comments. There are people that are like, Joe, come on, Hispanic, he passes white. You don't have to go through any struggle.
Right.
And I'm like, well, I mean, to a degree, yes and no. For like, there's always a story that I think about, and it actually is like the antidote of how I feel is actor by the name of Martin Sheen. Anybody ever heard of him? Pretty famous, the elusive man.
Yes.
The elusive man himself, the president.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken, his real name is Emilio Estevez Sr. And he picked that stage name because his booker literally told him that if you go by Emilio Estevez, no one will take you. And he's like, what do you mean? Like, I look white. I could play. I look like a stubby Irishman. He's like, yeah, but Emilio is brown.
Yeah.
And it sucks that by association of a name, we could pick a skin tone. And he points to the screen where like he's performing, and he goes to his dad, look, I'm there. I'm the lead. And he's like, you're not the lead. Martin Sheen's the lead.
Yeah.
That's what I constantly feel like. Is like in the corners, yeah, I pass as white. I blend in, fist bumps, I guess. There are other corners where I feel, and this could maybe be in the Trump era, but like I feel like the outsider a bit. And even when it comes to the Spanish side, we do a really awful job, in my opinion, of demonizing folks for their skin tone, whether it's lighter or darker. We do a really awful job. We gatekeep the shit out of that. Like I'm a Spaniard. I'm Puerto Rican. I get the history there.
Yeah.
I was a history major before this. I know a lot about our very dark past. And there are constant sides of, well, you don't get to talk because you're light skinned. I'm like, well, what the? No.
Fuck that.
No. Well, we had to deal with yellow journalism as well. You get the, we get it. We're on the boat with you guys. We get it that we have better seating, but we're here, and hopefully people that are in my position can try to lift that boat up, get people in better positions. We do a really bad job at that, because there are some people online that are just like, yeah, no, you don't have to go through it because you're not really dark skinned. I'm like, what the fuck? That's the side that I always get, and it always makes me apprehensive of actually going, oh, should I actually say I'm Hispanic? Should I actually say, because some people make you feel like you have to earn it, and it's very
right.
And I don't like that. Again, I understand that like some people have to code switch. Some people's codes are longer than others, but we still got to jot them down when we're in public. I totally get that. Look, my last name should be Mendez. It's Moran because it sounds white. I get it. My name should be Jose. Jose Martin, but it's Joseph. My father knew coming into this country as a Spaniard off the boat, that Armando Mendez was not going to get him a seat at the table at the seat of that interview. So he had to play a different rule book. And that's what I feel like as a as a Hispanic, it is that duality of Hispanic that again, it's tough.
Yeah. And go ahead, Devin. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I can relate with you. I know I look like a piece of paper, right? So, my my sperm donor, indigenous, Native American. I have family who live on res and everything, and Ernell is one of the people who has like spoke to me to actually own it, because I felt like that I can't say that I am because of the way I look.
Yeah.
So and that's why we have our indigenous tag in here on Twitch.
Yeah.
I have a lot of family who live in Sioux City on res out in Iowa and stuff like that, and I am finally exploring it because this whole time growing up, it's been a oh, you're just white, you have a little bit of Native American just like everybody else. It's not just a little bit. I actually had like a big part in my bloodline, you know, like my grandma's half,
literally,
you know?
a big part of you.
Yeah. And but I can relate with you on that front, like a lot, actually.
Yeah.
So
and to me, it's like it's a little annoying because people are like, should you really? I'm like, yes, I should actually. And like, because the one thing that I get a lot is like people when they get comfortable with me, they talk about the mustache. They're like, oh, look at you, the Mexican mustache. I'm like,
funny that you say that.
Joke. You son of a gun. So yeah, it's frustrating.
Yeah.
Own who you are.
I know, and that's kind of what I've been championing with Devin here. Is just kind of like, because I've gotten it a lot in my life too. I'm a very light skinned Islander, and so it's like I get the weird experience of having that just throughout my life, because I'm Filipino, Hawaiian, and Maori. And so it's like of those three, two of them are light skinned in just genealogy typically. And so it's like going to my cousins, my Tongan cousins, my Samoan cousins that I have, and you know, seeing them way more dark skinned than I am. They have different textured hair. They like, but like they're part of the family. And then like my Filipino side, I don't look Filipino enough to be Filipino most these days, except for my nose. I got the Filipino ass nose, but but I get the crux of that situation, and trying to just sort of like champion pushing Devin towards a direction of like, dude, just own it. Just own it. Like it is not just a situation where like, you know, you just so happen to have some fucking like 10th of a Cherokee in your bloodline. Like this is a part of who you are, and that's important.
For me, I'm mostly Spaniard. I'm a 60-40 cut, and most of my Spanish side is actually all in Spain, where the Puerto Rican side is all here in Jersey, and I've seen that shit firsthand. Where they're my cousin, they're technically my half cousin, but we have been taught since age 1, these are your cousins, they're your family, so they're my family. Yeah. But they're half black, half Puerto Rican, and I've seen firsthand the glances that my cousin Carlos would get versus the looks I'd get versus the looks my young, Spanish. Italian cousin would get, which she is very light skinned. Yeah. It's like you could see it. It's so obvious. And really one of the main points is seeing that adversity firsthand, seeing that prejudice firsthand should inform you that it exists. And that's really the most important thing is, okay, well now once we've realized that it exists, what do we do about it? That's the next step. But yeah, it is a weird thing. Like for me in my household, I had to correct my brother a few times because we have some disagreements of like, I'll say Latinx. That's totally fine with me. Sure. I feel like that makes a whole lot of sense to me. Yeah. But it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to my brother. And so he's like, as a Latino, I'm like, whoa. Yeah. We're Hispanic, so maybe. No. Sure. And so like we're like it is a constant education of that in a struggle as well, because it does feel like at times I'm being attacked by all sides.
Oh God,
You know?
right. God, Jesus
Yeah.
Lord. Yeah, that kind of is the fucking feeling. We have a few more minutes here. I want to hear your quick sort of like take on this one. Do you the games industry has been trying to just progressively find ways to better represent our cultures and the diverse amount of people that are involved now in the games industry, and realizing that it's not just middle-aged white dudes that play video games anymore. It's not just
What?
right.
Wow, that's
I know,
crazy.
fucking news to me. It's wild. Like and then they're learning it, they're figuring it out. How do
Yeah.
you what is one piece of advice that you would give for the games industry in order to best represent the Latinx and Hispanic community that are within the games industry now?
It's really interesting. I was watching the Game Awards where they did like the up and coming Hispanic voices or
Yes.
something along those lines.
Hmm.
And I was watching in the same room with a Hispanic dude, and he was just like, "Oh, this is fucking cringy." And I'm like, "Really?" I'm like, "But they're spotlighting us." He's like, "No, they're not really spotlighting us. They're cherry picking the few people that agree with their thoughts, their line of thinking, and they're
Sure.
saying, here's them.
Yeah.
Here's the they're not picking you and I." And you get that every once in a while. There are some, I think, some talks I've had behind closed doors is like they'll pick some people, and the people behind the scenes are like the head honchos are like, this is a great move, while the people that are actually moving the needle are just like, why are we doing this? Why
Yeah.
them? There's better voices, less divisive voices out there, ones that actually could bring more folks in. I think there is trouble with the game media space versus fans and content creators such as myself and you guys as well, where there's like a disconnect. And I think some people think because we have a week in September that we could put on a voice and that's it, and we've wiped our hands and we've done it.
Yep.
And it's so much more than that. At the same exact time, it's bringing out voices that people actually give a shit about, and bringing out voices that are going to uplift and are dynamic voices.
Yes.
That's really hard. I've seen
Yes.
some people out there that get opportunity after opportunity and absolutely squander it and go, why do you keep pushing this person when there is a person out here that's doing really amazing things?
Sweet mother God, yes.
It comes down to the line of as well. Um, and I've seen some folks, and this is also comes with the guilt that I associated earlier of like, okay, you're a Hispanic. I'll use the example of myself.
Yeah.
Okay, you're a Hispanic creator. We get it. What are you doing to elevate it? What are you doing to elevate others? Bring people up. I see a lot of people going, look at the color of my skin. Now let me be on your show, and let me just get all the attention for myself and me and I. And I see their co-hosts, nothing. I see them not lifting a single person up. And that really hurts my soul. It
Yeah.
really does.
Yeah.
Because that's the selfishness of, well, I did this because I just wanted to succeed, not to bring anybody else. And that's another thing with the trophy room is if we're making a lateral move, we also have to make a horizontal move. We know it means it's slower, but it also means we're maybe elevating a voice or two. That's really important. I've gotten some awesome stuff both in the past and in the future coming up.
Sure.
And I know that I need to make sure that when I get that shine, I'm also shining light on other people that I mutually love and respect. I end on this note as well. There's a content creator by the name of Lord Cognito, host of the
Yes.
Iron
Okay.
Lords podcast.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I know all about him.
He's fucking incredible.
Oh yeah.
He's a smart dude. And this is the one thing that our community I don't think is very good. Again, I'm a very left guy, but I
Sure.
also know that in order to bring people, I need to present centrist as well.
Sure.
So for me, I saw Lord Cognito get an opportunity, but his boss is not a fan of them, right?
Right.
And I saw a lot of white creators going, LOL, yikes, or oof, or ouch, because of the person he would align himself with,
Yeah.
theoretic, or get a paycheck with.
Right.
And then I saw a lot of black creators, and a lot of people were very scratching their heads at this, going, black creators going, congratulations, awesome job, this is awesome, this is a great moment, this is a great point for you, congratulations. The games media has to stop this polarized our way highway mentality, because it really does create this us or them that's really driving the dividing line, where a lot of white folks on Twitter, they want to be right because it proves a point. Black folks just want to grind to get up there. They don't care how hard the grind is, what it takes, they're going to do it. And they're all going to back each other up, rile each other up, lift each other up. Yep. And that's what I saw there. And that's the one thing that we have to, and it's a societal thing as well. We have to stop driving the dividing lines. It's not getting us anywhere. We're just getting angrier all the time. Yeah. We have to realize that the only way we're going to come across is genuine. And if we're just doing something to just show people how good we are and not actually do any good things, well, that point is mute, and everybody's going to see that. And we could do so much better if we are just, I disagree with you, but let's keep talking, rather than I disagree with you, you're a piece of shit, and I hate you. Because you're not changing anybody's mind. And that's the thing that is, I think, the thing that sucks the most is how polarized this industry really has been, where a lot of people take a look at IGN and going, and that sucks. And that really, or like any major site, it's like, it's a frustrating thought. You know? I mean, and I get it. No, maybe not the most popular thought, but it's there.
No, dude. I mean, you make a solid point, dude. Like us people of color have we. I mean, the goal is to stay in our bag, right? The goal is success, right? The goal is to better ourselves so that we can make better lives for our children, for our families, for our friends, for our loved ones. You know, like what have you. That's the goal. And we're starting to get to a point where we can sort of just mutually understand that that's the goal. I mean, like we've covered here, like talks on great, wonderful AAPI creators that were getting their comeuppance left and right during Asian American Pacific Island Month. You know, like it's, and yeah, like some could take that as like, oh, they're only like, you know, companies only giving them partnerships because it's that month. And like, sure, there's conversations.
Sure, but you got to own it.
Yeah, exactly.
And you got to prove those people wrong. How are you going to prove it?
Yeah,
like that's something that, again, it takes more than a week. It takes more than a month. You know what I mean? For these companies, it has to be a consistent, or else it just seems like, oh, we're just doing this to give ourselves a pat on the back. You know.
We're getting there, man. We're getting there. That is all the time I have for today. I have to hop out of here. Joseph, where can people find you, my dude?
Oh man, what a way to end it. This is a great show.
That was, dude. That was a
thank
fucking one. Thank you so much, dude. You fucking slayed that. You answered like 3 of our remaining questions, anyways. In that last little bit, hell yes, dude. Thank you so much. Where can people come to find you to hear more from you, man?
So the thing about the trophy room is this. I'll end on this point. The only thing that it's our this is how it is Black Lives Matter. LGBTQ plus lives matter. Yep. We treat everybody with respect.
Hell yes.
If you can agree to all those 3 things, 3 core tenets.
Yes.
Also, no sexism. That's gross. Don't be that person.
Don't be that fucking guy. Yeah.
Just be decent. God.
Have respect.
If you, respect. Put respect on the name. You're coming here. Enjoy. That's what we're all about. We're about PlayStation. That's all we're about. The Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast made by the players for the players, where each and every Thursday, me and my best friend Kyle talk about the latest, the greatest in all things PlayStation each and every Thursday. It is so much fun to do. And shout out to Kyle, because Kyle has the biggest heart. I forget to mention him. It'd be the end of me, because every time I get too analytical, he hits me with the moral compass. He is the person that is keeping me centered, that is keeping me guided. He is an amazing human being, and I would not be here without him. But each and every Thursday, and we have an amazing community. Y'all should come in, pop in. It's about an hour, 30 minutes each and every episode, and we have some laughs. I truly, the name of the game is, if I could get 3 laughs in an episode, it's been a good show. So check us out there.
Fuck yeah. Yes, dude. Hell yes. Guys, our schedule for this week, Tuesday, we have another episode of Good Kraken Podcast. We're going to be talking about some really, really fun discussions that day. Come in, hang out, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'll be here live on Twitch doing that one. Tuesday, I'm doing another Life is Strange True Colors gameplay stream. I'm making my way through it. Making my way downtown. Faces pass.
You're homebound?
Oh, absolutely. I'm always fucking going.
You're rolling around the block with the Glock.
I'm hearing nothing. Jesus I'm hearing nothing but great things.
I know, dude. You know what I'm saying?
And everybody's crushing on the girl with the beanie. I don't know her name.
Olivia Rodrigo.
There you go. Everybody's crushing on her. Is that?
I don't know. I was taking a guess. I think she is. She's the one whose album's been blowing up like fucking crazy. But that's why I saw it. Anyways, come check that out. 7 p.m. on Wednesday. We will be here. Friday, we have Destiny 2 with Devin and myself. I'll be here for that one again too. I'm finally starting to crack down on my Titan. We're getting there. And then next Saturday, we have another episode of Good Kraken Podcast with Venom 2 review. We're gonna be talking about that next Saturday. Come hang out. We're probably,
for better or for worse,
we're gonna have some interesting thoughts.
Get your drinks ready.
It's gonna be.
We're in Portland.
Light
it up. You're gonna need it.
It's gonna be a time. It's gonna be a time. But this has also been a time, because this has been the Good Kraken Podcast, your choice for all the nerdy video game and pop media news, reviews, and discussions that you wanted to hear, live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and Saturday at 12 p.m. right here at twitch.tv/Kraken Show. If you enjoy the show, you can support us by subscribing below, going to our YouTube channel by clicking the link in the About section right down there of our Twitch channel and clicking that bell and big red button, or by subscribing to our podcast channel by searching Good Kraken with an exclamation mark and leaving a review there. But until next time, my friends, be good to each other.